Hasselbeck and Chris Mortensen here with you. You're looking at 49ers camp right now, and practice today was a little interesting between those two quarterbacks, Shefty.
Yeah, well, listen, up until now, up until today, Jimmy Garoppolo has been a standout performer. Today, threw a pick six to Fred Warner, threw another interception.
Hasselbeck and Chris Mortensen here with you. You're looking at 49ers camp right now, and practice today was a little interesting between those two quarterbacks, Shefty.
Yeah, well, listen, up until now, up until today, Jimmy Garoppolo has been a standout performer. Today, threw a pick six to Fred Warner, threw another interception, and guess who lit it up with some deep passes?
Oh, boy.
Trey Lance. So, look, for everybody who's paying attention, and everybody will all summer long, this is the type of jockeying that will occur. Make no mistake, Jimmy Garoppolo is the starter, but the more days we get like today, the more people will discuss whether Trey Lance is going to be taking over as the starting quarterback. And look, when you take a quarterback number 3, you trade up to get him, this is the conversation that comes along with the veteran quarterback like Jimmy Garoppolo, no matter how good he's looked. And I was told yesterday, he's looked as good as he's looked ever playing football in training camp. But today, not as good. Trey Lance, really good. And now we'll continue to chart this and monitor it as the summer progresses.
You better get ready to look good at somebody else's uniform next year.
Oh boy, Tim, what should they do here with Trey Lance? Are we starting Trey Lance early on? What do you got?
I'm going to be really clear about this. They need to start him. They have to. I don't think they have a choice not to start him. And here's why I say that. We're going to get to September, and Trey Lance is going to have started one football game in the last 20 months. Not really of any fault of his own. You know, he had one game last season, and it wasn't a great one. He's had 1 year as a college starter. Like, to me, he needs to play the position. You can only go so long watching other people play and think that you're going to improve. And that's why I think if you're the 49ers, you have a coach that does as good of a job as anybody in the NFL at designing and calling plays and getting kind of easy gimme completions for a quarterback. I think you need to just say, look, you haven't played in a long time. You're the quarterback of our future. You have immense talent. We're putting you out there, and you're going to learn by playing because you haven't been playing football.
And they've talked so much, too, about one of the reasons why they drafted him, as Shefty has reported, the ability to process, the cerebral capacity of Trey Lance. This is interesting. They start the season against the Lions, then it's the Eagles. They've got the Packers week 3, and they don't get to their division until the Seahawks on October 3rd, week 4. So if you look at those first couple games, maybe you think, I don't know, I don't want to be rude to the Lions and Eagles, but if you're Trey Lance, those might be a couple games to go ahead and get your feet wet. Mort, what is the most important thing for this team's success in your mind?
I just do want to remind everybody that the 49ers paid a pretty good draft capital to go up to the 3rd pick in the draft to draft Trey Lance, and it was Trey Lance versus Mac Jones. It could have gone either way, but Trey Lance convinced Kyle Shanahan that mentally, yes, but also physically, the ability to play 11-on-11 football. In other words, he has great running capacity, making teams defend the 49ers differently. And Jimmy G, yes, he's gotten off to a nice start in training camp, but his ability to stay healthy, we know, is an issue. I did have an NFC coach this week tell me, he said, it isn't Jimmy Garoppolo's ability to stay healthy that dictates the 49ers' destiny this year. It's the ability of defensive end Nick Bosa to come back, stay healthy, and be himself from start to finish, and that's on the defensive side.
Listen, this is as simple as this, all right? Nick Bosa was trending to be the MVP of a Super Bowl 2 years ago against the Kansas City Chiefs. That's the type of impact that he'll have. Arik Armstead got injured last year, who's an imperative part to what they do. I think they got a young budding interior guy on this defensive line as well in Javon Kinlaw. But Nick Bosa is as good as they come at impacting football games because people get enamored with sacks, and he's a great rusher. He accumulates a lot of sacks. He plays the run at a very high level. And the trend that's becoming now, and we see it so much with Aaron Donald, he makes the guys around him better and their job easier. And he'll create that for this defense. Not to mention, he got one of the top level linebackers right behind him in Fred Warner. D'Amico Ryans, as a defensive coordinator, is going to bring some pressure and create opportunities for these guys to make plays. Look, Nick Bosas being back on this team makes them scary. We all got questions at the quarterback. We all want to know if San Francisco quarterback can perform at a high level. If he can, this is a playoff football team, and wouldn't be shocked if they won their division, as hard as that division is, even though I have the Rams coming out on top.
Well, I love this running game. And, anytime the 49ers draft running backs with their running backs coach Bobby Turner, it's always a flare. Okay, get ready for some heavy-duty running, right?
Yep.
And so this year, they drafted a couple of running backs. Selman from Ohio State can run, right, Laura?
Yes. Listen, and by the way, he came on the scene a little bit late in his career, and I think has a wealth of potential.
You got Sermon, you still got Mostert. Like, look, listen, these guys, this is what Shanahan does. Like, this is why me and Shefty fought during the draft. And I had to fight with everybody like, Shefty, please stop telling me it's going to be Mac Jones.
Yeah, but it was going to be Mac Jones.
I know. But to that point, to that end, Martin just talked about it. 11, now you defend 11.
Yeah.
Now, think about Kyle Shanahan.